Tremendous college football game. Disappointed we came out on the wrong end of it. Came down to the last play, had an opportunity to get a kick and tie it up, get to overtime, but we didn't. Need to start the game a little quicker. Didn't finish. Got initial first downs on offense and didn't finish drives. Had a couple just little self-inflicted wounds and they got hot. And then, of course, got the critical special teams block and got back in the game. Then got really rolling on offense. Moved the ball really well. Unfortunately, we had the one turnover down in the red zone the first drive of the second half. Other than that, I think we scored almost every time we had it in the second half, maybe one other time. Defensively, just couldn't get the pressure. Couldn't get pressure on the quarterback, and they were making the contested catches outside. And, we're able to play well in the passing game. In the running game, we did a solid job at the end. They got a couple of runs that were very critical and couldn't get the stop to get it. Our guys, they fought, battled, all that good stuff, but we got to find a way to help them make one more play and find a couple inches and cure this problem. Questions?
So you had a long conversation with Max after that interception. What went wrong?
What interception?
The interception.
Oh, it was an RPO. He could have handed or not, and when he broke it flat, and we just got to lead him back inside, and he threw it vertical. Or he could have handed it off right there. Just asking what he saw and trying to clarify what he had, and what we did, because they put 8-9 guys. We've been doing it the whole game, and just didn't get it executed.
Jimbo, why were y'all so successful offensively in the second half?
We just didn't have the self-inflicted wounds. First half, they were there. We just did things ourselves. Second drive, you remember, we dropped a 16-yard square in. There was a big first down about their 40-yard line. He could have still ran. We just got a little nervous, I think, early. Had a missed assignment on one of the protections early. And I have to look at I can't remember. It was a couple things. And then we finally – and the thing we were getting like 1 or 2 first downs, weren't finishing the drives. And then we just started relaxing and executing and finishing the drives. And we got good balance in the run game and helped the pass game.
You think Shamar Turner might have made a difference defensively?
Yeah, and we can't lose our cool. We got to keep that. He's a great player and a great young man, and he'll learn from that. And we'll make sure we get him right, because he's got a great future in the game, and it's a shame.
Speaking of missing guys, Evan Stewart, how much would he have helped?
Well, I'm gonna say Jade he would, but Jade went in and had 100 yards today. His replacement went in and had 100. They'd practiced on Monday and Tuesday, and then had a thigh bruise, he said, from the game. So it really it just started aching. He tried to practice through it Monday and Tuesday, and he did some. And then Wednesday and Thursday he couldn't go. And it was and we didn't. And before the game, he said it was too tight, so we didn't want to chance it or risk it or do anything. And I thought Jade came in, if I'm not mistaken, he had 8 for 100, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Played his tail off. He had 8 catches, 100 yards. And had some big catches right there. I had that critical third and got us down there to field goal range, and thought played a heck of a game. Of course, losing one, you'd always want him, but I thought Jade did a heck of a job stepping in.
You guys got behind early, but you got the blocked field goal for a touchdown. It just seemed like that kind of changed the momentum.
It did. And like I say, you don't know what play can change it, and you just got to keep playing. And our two, having Chappelle and Deuce Harmon out, hurt us a little bit today too. Both guys were still nicked up, and we thought we'd be able to come back, and we didn't know about Tuesday that they wouldn't be able to go, and thought we would, but unfortunately we got to get them healthy, and then we got to get back. But you don't know. That was a great job by our special teams to set that and get the block and set that up, and then scored on. Not only blocked it, because that would have been a 3-score game, and that kind of generated us, and I think gave us a spark. And you don't know what play changes. That's why I say momentum can change that quick, and it did for us, and we've got to learn to finish it.
Jimbo, blocking on field goal attempts have been an issue a couple times this year. It looks like they got another one.
There was no penetration now. That ball looked like it was. There was no penetration inside. Last week on the block, there was no penetration inside. The last week was. Now I need to see this one on film. It sounded good when he hit it, but look at it. It wasn't on the edge. It was inside, and there was no penetration. So either he jumped really high or it was a hair. I don't want to answer that till I see the film.
But what happened on that? I guess their third touchdown, where the kid was just wide open on the.
I guess our guys lost track. I guess he thought he was subbing out. And when they marked the ball, I guess he was subbing out, and he went all the way the old stand 1 yard inside the line. And we gotta find out. And our corner assumed he went off the field in a sub, and he stood just right there in the mix with a bunch of their players, or right there 1 yard from the sideline. And our guy thought he subbed out. That's what I understood.
That's a byproduct of having guys out there that.
No, I think that can be on anybody. It's a trade. You're just running. And young guys. It doesn't hurt, but I just think they thought he was subbing out, because they went running all the way over there, and it was a trick play that they set right on the. I guess he was about a yard inside the line when they did it.
No loss is easy to accept. I have to ask you if this one is considering the history with Lane and just a chance to get off to break the losing streak, all those things that were involved.
No, I mean, what happened with Lane? I have nothing with Lane. I have no problem with Lane. We're coaching our guys. And the streak I want to get off is just winning on the road. Got to win on the road and win. Period for our football team and our kids. We're heartbroken in the locker room. That's what I'm worried about.
There's a decent amount of the mental errors in the first half. Is that something that you?
I don't think mental errors or drop balls or not just mental errors. No, it was assignments wise or we got beat technique and they had good players. But sometimes we got beat on a pass rush. Got beat. They ran a couple twist games inside and picked us off. I mean, which is part of it. And next time you got to push through it. I mean, it wasn't mental errors. They just physically twisted. We adjusted to as the game went on, and then gradually took out. Got a feel for what they were doing.
I know they all hurt, but to battle back, to get the lead.
For our kids, I mean, the way we battle back and the heart they showed, it does. I mean, you want them to be rewarded for how hard they're playing. And, I mean, it's another one play, it's a one play, one situation game. And there's a really good football team in there, really is, with a lot of character and a lot of heart that we got to find a way to get them one more.
Second half, offensive line really leaned on their front, probably better than any point this year. What changed?
Attitude. I mean, you do. You get confidence. I mean, sometimes when I mean this wholeheartedly, you don't play as good in the game. And all of a sudden, you read all the articles, you read all the things. You're a bad player, and those kids get it in their head. And they got to build confidence back on the field. I'm not blaming. I mean, that's just part of the psyche of today's world. And all of a sudden, you start playing. And say, something, I can do this. I mean, I'm not worried about that. And they just got in the groove, got in confidence, and started flowing, and started playing like they could play all the time. I mean, there's a lot of ability up front. There's a lot, and there a lot of coaching, a lot of good stuff there. And they just got confident, and we ran the football, and we protected, and give Max clean pockets, and good things happened.
Outside of the interception, Max also played a good game. He's out there limping around as well.
He took some shots. Well, they brought some blitzes now. They brought some, they were mocking, bringing more than you can block. I mean, once they got to a point where we were making plays no matter what, so they were trying to put pressure, and we were finding guys, and he took some shots. He took some hits, yep.
Any idea what happened with Le'Veon?
I think it was just a twisted lower body injury. I don't think they didn't think it was anything surgical, but something that may, could be a week, two. I don't know. Could be a couple of days, could be a week. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's surgical, but it was a legit thing, and that's a shame. He was running really well.
Did y'all solve your offensive issues today?
No, I mean, we did. Listen, we haven't been that far off last week. I mean, we just got to finish drives, and we still didn't. We finish offensive issues when you win. Got to keep winning on offense and defense to finish all your issues, because at the bottom line. But I mean, we still moved the ball. We played well, but we still come up a play short. Got to find one more.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.